Okay, today we're going to do a marginal histogram and or box plot. So what that means is we're going to make a dynamic plot that shows our linear regression, the distribution of points, and on the outside of your figure you're going to see something like this. So by the end of this video you should be able to make this figure or this figure. When you're doing publications, you might need to make your figures a bit more dynamic, and this is one of those kinds of plots that can put a lot into a little bit of space. You're going to need the GG Extra package. We're using this in ggplot2. Our data set is going to be MPG. So it's going to look at various types of cars and their mileage and their make, etc. So once you load and install these packages, you want to set your theme to BW. So that's going to mean it's a straight white background, maybe with some lines in it. It's just a good theme to have in your back pocket. And we're going to make a new subset of our data called MPG select. We're going to take the data frame of MPG, and we're going to choose highway mileage that is greater than or equal to 35 and city mileage that is greater than 27. So we're cherry picking our data out of the MPG dataset to fit the range that we want to portray in our figure. So when we do this, we're going to use MPG select, and we're going to put our ggplot into the letter G. So ggplot, MPG, aesthetic, city on the X, highway on the Y, count plot, and GM smooth, method equals linear model, standard error equals false. So we're going to have a dot plot, a count plot. Those dots are going to be larger based on the greater amount of counts towards those individual points. And GM smooth draws that trend line through it. And then using GG marginal, we're going to call on data frame G, or at least plot G, which we just made here. Type histogram, fill transparent. Or you can do type box plot, fill transparent. So marginal, it sounds exactly what it is. We're putting a histogram or box plot in the margins of our count plot with a linear model. So when this all comes together, we're able to see either our histogram in the margins of this graph or a box plot in the margins of this graph. You can see there's outliers here. You have that outer range of your box plot, which kind of represents these outlier points over here where you have really high highway mileage and really high city mileage, which likely is a hybrid vehicle. The bulk of our data in this histogram or box plot, therefore, fits around where these larger points are at. The larger these points are, the greater count of vehicles in this data set fit in this highway city mileage correspondence. So you tend to have more vehicles that are between 15 and 20 miles a gallon in the city and between 20 and 30 miles a gallon on the highway. And that's where this middle portion of your box plot tends to drop into on either side. The point side here in the margin and the legend says the larger points are representative of 5 counts of vehicles or 10 counts of vehicles. Okay, so that's how you can incorporate more robust figures into your manuscripts by adding histograms or box plots into the margins of your linear model. Consider using this for your next paper or presentation. In the next video, we're going to make a correlogram, so stay tuned until next week.